Harambe friends, how you doing? It's Charles here, and I want to start off by saying that some of my content will be repetitive, and the reason why is because a lot of these things I need to remind myself of sometimes daily, and also there is a reason why. In a lot of my videos, I'm working out, and it's not because I'm in great shape, because I'm not. I don't have aspirations to be a fitness influencer, but I do it for two reasons. One, to show that if an older fat man with limited resources can, you probably can too, and not to be discouraged or to feel ashamed. But B, because of my disability, I only have so much activity in me per day before my pain becomes unbearable and I can't move, and thinking and cognitive abilities decline as the day goes forth from excess pain. So I multitask. Now, when I first got injured, one of the first things that I tried to fix was getting my confidence back, because when I was told I wouldn't be able to work normal again, I just felt completely emasculated, and it was undue, because being disabled doesn't make you less of a man, but that was in my head. And so I thought back to when I was my most confident, and that was probably junior year of high school is when I really started hitting my stride. I was always a big guy, but I was never really strong, and I used to get picked on a bit until my uncle introduced me to the weight room. And while I was too uncoordinated to play most sports successfully, lifting weights required barely any coordination. You just go to the gym and you repetitively pick up heavy shit. And it was something that I excelled at. And I got very strong, very fast. And while I wasn't a better fighter and I wasn't really tougher, people don't want to test somebody my size that's moving a lot of weight in the weight room. So, and so I got a lot of confidence from that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to the gym. I can't leg press. I can't squat. My leg injury kept me from these things, but I can do other things. And I walked into my old gym and I felt this, it was like a sick feeling in my stomach, because I realized that all these people were going to see me struggle. I went to set up my bench press and I couldn't carry the weight because I was still on crutches and I didn't want to ask for help. And I think what I may have done is I may have did some light pedaling for a few minutes and called my mom to pick me up from the gym. Uh, and that was rough. That was heartbreaking for me. I didn't have that ready source of confidence. And I felt like if I couldn't go to a gym, if I couldn't do what I used to do, then it wasn't worth doing. And so in turn, this led to me giving up in other parts of my life. I quit dressing. What I would do is I would sit around in jogging pants and pajamas all day. I really quit caring what I ate. I didn't enjoy food anymore. Every meal, I had chicken and salad. And it wasn't because I was a big fan of chicken or salad, it was because I didn't care anymore. I was just, quite frankly, waiting to die. And fortunately, I had a friend who, got me back into playing music again regularly and wouldn't let me completely give up on myself. And I built up a respectable career as a local musician. Not a big time. You ain't never heard of me playing music. I ain't trying to say I was the biggest cat or that I'm not. I'm a local musician who is well respected locally and a very good one. But that being said, that I wasn't really using that at the time to make money or even socialize. It was just something that I did for fun on the weekends. And a friend, got me into the music scene. And I had my own jazz trio. I played bass with a couple of different rock bands, working in the bars and such. And what else? Yeah, I would fill in for other bands. If people needed a bass player, last minute, they would hire me, and I would kind of do musical mercenary work, and that is what got me motivated on days when I had a rehearsal or a gig. It was what got me out of bed. And when the pandemic hit, the music scene around here just completely shut down. I remember immediately I lost 2 gigs the week that everything shut down. Probably 300-400 bucks out of my pocket. And ever since then, I played a few times since, but the music scene has changed a lot. And quite frankly, I haven't really pursued booking too many gigs since then. But in the downtime, what I eventually did is I started lifting weights again. And, I was trying to think, do I want to get a gym membership? Do I want to try to, do more pool work like I did when I was in physical therapy? And I decided, you know what? In high school, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a gym membership. I just picked up heavy shit and lifted it repetitively. So that's what I did. I started with milk jugs full of water, lifting those. Then I bought a couple of 10-pound weights, a couple of 20-pound weights, and I started lifting those. And when I say lifting, I'm not talking about full exercise routines like I have nowadays. I'm talking about just doing what I could remember from high school and, quite frankly, making shit up. But I realized there was no wrong way to lift heavy shit. I mean, yeah, of course there is. You can hurt yourself, but when I say no wrong way, I mean you don't have to go to a gym. You can go to your living room floor. And like I said, I built up my equipment piece by piece, dumbbell by dumbbell. And over the years, I went from a couple of 10-pounders to now I have um, 15s, 20, 30s, 35s, 40s, a whole set of resistance band. This bench that I have my tablet on as well, which is a weightlifting bench I got off of Amazon, and I'm still adding to my equipment every chance I get. And as I progress, more is coming to mind of these exercises I used to do. And also, with YouTube, you can follow a lot of cats and see what they're doing and add stuff to your routine. And it's like with the bench, I don't sit on the bench while I'm doing my shoulder work because I don't have to. And sitting on the floor is actually more comfortable for me doing shoulder work because I'm not putting any pressure on my legs or lower body. But I do use the bench for bench presses and even curls where I need to get, bicep day where I need to get full extension. But irregardless, if you're at a Planet Fitness or on your living room floor, work is work, strength is strength, and you're going to get out what you put in, irregardless. So, don't be ashamed of having, humble beginnings or, not having the most state of the art shit. And I say that not just for weightlifting, but, for music. I don't buy the most expensive instruments. My rule for buying instruments since I'm a working musician is I want something I can pay off in 2 gigs. And so I'm not going to buy $1,000 bass to make $100 a night. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a quality musician, you can make a $200 bass sound like $1,000 bass. And so I encourage you, if you're disabled, if you're dealing with chronic pain, and you have a desire in your heart to create art, to lift weights, to whatever is in your head that you want to do it, try it and start at whatever level you can and just see where to go. And don't feel constrained by societal norms. Anyway, that's it for me. I need to get back to doing my exercises. You guys be easy, and I will see you soon with another video.